How did your worst day in the military turn into your favorite story to tell? It started when I accidentally triggered a base-wide lockdown during what was supposed to be a simple radio check. I was 3 months into my first assignment at Fort Campbell. Still the new guy, trying not to mess up anything important. My job was pretty basic. Monitor radio traffic and log routine communications between different units. Tuesday morning around 0800, I'm running through standard equipment checks, testing each frequency, making sure everything's working properly. Nothing complicated. Just key the mic, say radio check, wait for confirmation, move to the next channel. Everything was going smooth until I hit frequency 7. Instead of the usual loud and clear response, I heard something that made my blood run cold. 3 clicks, pause, 2 clicks, pause, 1 click. That was the emergency code sequence. Someone was signaling they were in immediate danger and couldn't speak. Protocol said I had to treat it as a real threat until proven otherwise. I hit the alarm button. Within seconds, sirens were blaring across the entire base. Gates locked down. Armed response teams deployed. Helicopters scrambled. The whole place went into full combat alert mode. My sergeant came running into the communications center. What the hell is happening? I showed him the logs, explained what I'd heard. His face went pale. If this is a false alarm, you're done, he said. Turns out I'd accidentally picked up a frequency being used by a training exercise 50 miles away. Some unit was practicing hand signals and radio procedures. The clicks weren't distress calls. They were part of their drill. By the time we figured this out, the entire base had been locked down for 2 hours. Thousands of soldiers stuck at their posts. Families trapped outside the gates, training exercises canceled, millions of dollars wasted. My lieutenant called me into his office. I figured this was it. Career over. Dishonorable discharge. Court-martial maybe. The whole thing was my fault for not recognizing a routine training frequency. He had this stack of paperwork on his desk. Incident reports, damage assessments, cost calculations. I'm looking at those papers, preparing for the worst possible outcome. That's when he dropped the bombshell. Turns out your little mistake caught something interesting, he said. During our emergency response, security teams did a complete sweep of the base perimeter. Found something that shouldn't have been there. 3 civilians with high-powered cameras and radio equipment positioned just outside the fence line. They'd been monitoring our communications for weeks, taking photos of our training schedules, equipment locations, personnel movements. Military intelligence had been tracking suspicious activity in the area for months but couldn't pinpoint the source. My accidental lockdown forced them to scatter, and that's when base security spotted them. Federal investigation revealed they were selling information to foreign contacts. Photos of our defensive positions, radio frequencies, shift schedules, vehicle counts, everything they needed to plan an attack. The FBI arrested all 3 the next day. Found evidence linking them to terrorist organizations overseas. They'd been gathering intelligence for a planned assault on our ammunition depot. My lieutenant leaned back in his chair. Your screw-up just prevented a potential terrorist attack. Sometimes the best security comes from the most unexpected places. Instead of punishment, I got commended for following proper emergency procedures. The base commander personally thanked me for maintaining protocol even when it seemed like overkill. 6 months later, they promoted me to specialist and transferred me to the intelligence division. Turns out I had a talent for spotting things that didn't belong, even when I wasn't trying to. Now whenever someone asks about my biggest mistake in the military, I tell them about the day I accidentally saved an entire army base. Best career-ending disaster that ever happened to me. The security improvements they made after that incident are still in place today. They named the new communication protocols the Williams Alert System. Every time a soldier uses those procedures, they're following rules that came from my worst day ever.